Alright, hey guys, welcome back. The reason why I have not been speaking since like forever was because how come I always think things happen when they don't? It's really confusing. Hold on, let me go turn off my TV so I don't get paranoid for the rest of the video. Anyway, well, back to what I was saying. I was on a vacation and I got like sick for a week. Still not completely gone. I still like am a little bit weird. And guess what? My school starts on freaking Monday, which sucks. The summer went over my head so much faster than I expected it to go, which is like, I say that every year, but this time I seriously mean it, because I only say that usually to carry on conversations with family members. They're like, oh, are you excited to go back to school? It's like, no, not at all. But anyway, today I'll be giving you 3 embarrassing stories that have happened to me outside of Animal Jam. So this is like a story time, but it's not going to be like an 11-minute long video. Actually, I don't know that yet because I carry on a lot, and you could probably tell from my 10-minute video on how to become a dinosaur, which I also had a cold then, so I could not finish sentences without sounding like a 9-year-old. And it was just like, okay, I just need to stop for a little bit. So I returned back to editing videos, and guess what? I made an AJMV, and guess what happened? The song was blocked world freaking wide. Great job, Capital. You are a genius. Okay. Anyway, the Olympics are on, so I've been watching those, but there's no like Olympics on right now. I already watched like the whole day. There's like water polo and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, that has kept me entertained. Anyhow, back on to what I was doing. 3 embarrassing stories that have happened to me outside of Animal Jam, and let's get started. So yeah, first one, I don't know exactly how this, actually I do know how it happened, but I don't know how I could be so mindless. Like, okay, let's just get right into that, because you probably are like, just explain the freaking story already, which I'm getting right to. So I was texting in my car. Well, it wasn't my car, but I was in a car, and my brother was right next to me, and my cousin were right next to me. So, you know, we were kind of squished together, you know. We just got out of a baseball game, and I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I saw a really funny photo that I thought would be great to share with my cousin. So I copied down the link. But little do I know that I was on like the wiki pages for rare spiked collars, because I don't know, I had a few back then, but I'm like, I need more stats, please. So yeah, I just kind of got my information, and I copied down the link for some stupid reason. I don't exactly remember that part, but I had the link copied down, and when I thought I had the Facebook post link copied down, I had the wiki page copied down, which, oh my gosh. So I was sending it to my cousin, as normally, and I saw that it was the wrong link, but being myself, my instincts just presses send and not even corrects the mistake. And I was just trying to delete the message over and over and try spamming her with text so she wouldn't like scroll up and find it, but she pulled up the link on her phone, and she's like, what's a longer spiked collar? I'm like, nothing, my friend copied that down. Yeah, and I was just like, no, I wasn't doing that, like, no. So I was just speechless for the rest of the ride back. Yeah, that was not comfortable at all. Now onto the second story. I was in I was in like 5th grade when this happened, so I was still a little bit younger, you know. So I was not afraid to tell everyone that I played Animal Jam. Now, I'm actually self-conscious about it for some reason. I do not know why. But like any time that someone comes by my computer, I have to like minimize the tab. I don't know why, but it's just a bunch of crazy things. And yeah, I don't know like why. Actually, I do know why I stopped being so comfortable with it, but the story is there was a substitute teacher. And I know what you're thinking. All really embarrassing stories happen with the phrase, there is a substitute teacher. But yeah, there was. And you know how substitutes don't always know our school rules, but the thing with my school is that it is so different from most schools. It's really, really difficult to explain, but it is just so much different. And so the substitutes don't really know what to expect, you know. So we were like, hey, can we play this game? It's educational. Even though we totally weren't playing it for educational purposes, we were just playing it to just go to each other's dens and stuff like that. I am still here. Okay. Have I really been talking for that long? Probably. But I pulled up the game, and at this point, all of my friends, you know, they didn't know that I played Animal Jam, and I am still pretty good friends with them today. And if they found out about this YouTube channel, or even that I played Animal Jam, I would be dead. I would literally roll over and die, like, because this is what happened. So I was in 5th grade at this point, so be aware that, you know, I wasn't really afraid. You know, I was younger, you know, I could still have some fun with it. Didn't have to cover it, basically. And I still don't. It's just my decision. But a lot of people came by and they're like, why are you playing that stupid game? It's like for 5-year-olds. Because that's what my first impression genuinely was. I thought it was just a game for 3-year-olds. Like, I didn't see myself playing it. And 2 months later, I got a freaking membership. But I'm just like that. I don't know why, but you know, yeah. So a bunch of people were like, why are you playing that game that's for 5-year-olds? And I was just like, well, one, because it's fun and I like it still to this day. 2, ain't your business. But I didn't really say that, you know. I was just like, I just do, you know. And my friend was like, so someone was asking my friend, oh, what's Animal Jam? And this was the one that didn't play Animal Jam. And she's like, it's some stupid game. I'm like, oh my god, I might as well just like close up all my tabs, put my school computer away, and just like die for the rest of the day. And I just hope that they do not remember that. I am really, really praying that they do not remember that day. And yeah, that kind of concludes it. I don't get it. Like, you should be able to play whatever you want without being, like, criticized for it. And it's just really dumb why people do that, you know? And I can see where you can just stand from a point. It's kind of like me with Minecraft. I do not like Minecraft. I do not play Minecraft. I do not find any fun in playing Minecraft. But I'm not going to discriminate, you know, those who do. It's like, yeah, I don't get it. So on to our third story, which this is like 2 stories in one, but it kind of fits around the same category. Actually, no, they're kind of the opposite of each other, but kind of merged together at the same time. You know, you're probably like, Capital, just explain it. You are confusing us. You're literally making me question myself. And I can get that. Totally. So it's when you get like a good item or get scammed and then everyone can hear you. And this first story is back on December 28th, 2014. I remember this date exactly because it was my dad's birthday. So we went to a restaurant that day and I just remember the whole day kind of. So yeah. But I was just in my room playing the Forgotten Desert, because back then I didn't really care about rares, which I still, I don't care about rares either right now, which, probably doesn't look like it, but I honestly do not care that much. It's all about the experiences that I have in this game. It's not about how many headdresses I have, how many spikes I have. No, nothing like that. But back then I was just seeing what rares I could collect through the Forgotten Desert, which a lot of people still do and probably have done if you have an Eagle and a membership and play normal games. So yeah, pretty, self-explanatory there. But I didn't think I was gonna get any spikes, and I didn't really know the full status on spikes back then, but I knew that back in 2014 they were pretty trendy, so it was good if you got one. So I got a green long collar, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, 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 and I was just freaking out. And everyone in my house, because back then I lived in a small apartment. It was like, yeah, it was a really small apartment, so everyone could hear what I was doing. Like, you can hear what everyone is doing. If someone's talking crap about you, you're gonna hear it, because it's just like, it can't be avoided that in that apartment. So, yeah, so I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then everyone in my house, in my apartment at the time, was just like, what? Like, what happened? And I was just like, I got a spike on Animal Jam. And back then, I was so not afraid to tell anyone. And I don't, like I said, don't know why I am today. I should probably cut that out. But I was just like, yeah. And then my brother's like, why don't you play like Call of Duty? Go get a life. I'm like, no, I'm so excited. And then for the whole rest of the day, I was just telling my family members, we were like at Panera Bread or something, and I was just like, I got a spike. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was just crazy, But then, in about April of 2015, I want to say, April 2015, I'm going to do something so it won't tell me to be okay and keep playing. But in April or March of 2015, I'm just going along with the flow. Yeah. It sounds so weird. But, I got scammed of that very same green long. And do you know how devastating that was? It was so devastating. Because it went in such a horrible way by trust trading, which after you get scammed of a trust trade, you feel so guilty. And I just felt so stupid that I was able to give up my trust, because I am not an easily manipulated person. It takes a lot to get my trust nowadays. Back then I was just like, okay, and I'm like nice to everyone, I don't find joy out of hurting people's feelings, I will be friendly to literally anyone on this planet. So, yeah, that was just kind of my personality. So I trust traded, and of course, there were the backup accounts or buddies who were like, oh my gosh, they declined my headdress or something like that. So I was like, okay. So I traded my green long, and guess what? Got scammed. But I was just crying, and this is when I kind of realized, hey, this is when I started becoming self-conscious about playing the game. But yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. And everyone in my house is like, what is wrong with you, child? Like, what happened? And I'm like, nothing happened. Like, no. Anyway, before this video becomes any longer, I might as well end it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for videos, even though school is starting on Monday, which is in 2 days of when this was recorded. I do not know when this is going to get up. It could get up in October, could get up on August 7th. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will try to make more videos, but school is starting, which sucks. Anyway, Yeah, guys. Jam on. Jam. Chill.